having regional losses on this map, right? And DRX being flawless and actually bring that across. I mean, Northception did make DRX sweat a little bit, but it was more attributed to a slow start for DRX.
Yeah, and even then you go into, I guess, the prep question of, okay, well, there's plenty of tape on DRX here, but does it really work out? Regardless, I like this proactive play from Leviathan. That's not bad at all. Going to make DRX have to consider a couple of things. There's already Taco's done well to find Marco. You see, as a slip back. I thought he was going to fall away on shore, but he's actually re-aggressive. There's a double stack here. This is stunning work. Leviathan just taking the fight and winning it. Perfect start. What a way to instantly correct a lot of our doubts.
Absolutely. And I mean, one of the things I was going to talk about, DRX is actually a pretty easy team to prep for. The difficult part is actually executing that, right? Testing the strength of this default. So this is a good indicator here in the pistol round. A little bit of aggression outside B main, but it's fully invested. They follow through 100% with it.
Now, I do want to then segue that slightly into the question of stylistic matchup, because, again...
Them in the international events, so if they can continue with this, things don't get sloppy, you know, slow things down a little bit. I got a lot of hope for DRX, honestly.
Again, thank you for your patience on that. We are back in the game, so hopefully no more slowing down the pace, because I do want to see how this goes, and just keep eyes on Leviathan. That is it for me. And a 3-play stack towards middle. And swiftly handled by Taco. And again, reading through people's thoughts and expectations for the side. He's one of the players that was certainly a name that was calling a lot of attention. If he has a good game, certainly one to look out for. Off to a good start, keeping confidence and cleaning up very swiftly for standing.
A good opportunity to carry this across and ultimately look towards the first buy round, but here on the bonus, if Leviathan actually do want to get aggressive, try and make use of these Spectres at all. Actually, seeing Taco one off the tour de force as well. If he can either get an early pick or, again, with a little proactive play on either side toward the north, maybe even get that up and reset back towards a deeper hold. See what the setup is here. Potential here to challenge. I mean, with where these stars are placed, he might even contest this A main orb.
Might see Taco fighting for this, and it's commitment to this aggression. It's not just posturing.
Look how deep they're pushing.
I thought this, again, holds for a second or two, has to respect the flash and dip back towards site, but again, a nice early challenge. This is really good Valorant. And I know that sounds stupid to say, but to see it done against someone like DRX, it's really quite refreshing. But this is the early work, right? This is the groundwork to create a really nice round. But again, DRX are very good at still reading the play correctly.
And the key part of this is if Leviathan continue to pressure like this in the early round, it's going to rely ultimately on DRX's kind of damage control, right? Damage limitation in order of feeling that out at least, and at least getting the sense of where there's some space on the map. That's the 50-second mark here, creeping back towards 8. We'll leave Buzz posted up, and he will actually deal with Prowler outside of B main. So at least presence shown here, but the trap's still not dealt with in market. Leviathan can sit pretty on this one.
They're working the clock down really nicely. That little bit of contact did sway Adverso to lean a little closer towards B, but the sight hit towards A is coming in. RB's made those first couple of steps, but greeted perfectly with a smile. Taco now hits the swing and he gets it. That's going to be stacked. That's going to be... Oh, Obsessed now gone. And this is a lockdown. This is a shutout. You got 15 seconds and no way forward. Marco and Buzz just have to watch that clock rot. This is stunning work from Leviathan.
The perfect time to get the tour de force online as well. Catches a kill in the choke, creates a slow fill, makes it so difficult for Marco to come through. I think Leviathan might even push through here.
They can afford a little.
They absolutely should, yeah. Come through, but actually get the upgrades here at least.
Nice.
And that's a concerning round, actually.
That's a
round win is also close to 90%. Particularly
ridiculous.
on their attacking half, that's the important factor. So if Leviathan can keep this up, you basically take it away from... To click that lineup. But basically taking away the strongest win conditions here for DRX is absolutely massive for Leviathan.
The exchange, and Taco gets caught. Okay. Let's be careful on this one now. DRX starting to go through the motions, trying to work this one out. And a little fumble here and there, but it's not like they're not being proactive on the other side of the map. Keep your eyes towards this. And just a little motion. A look! And a kill! Marco's gone! And little do they know, the spike was on this side of the map. That proactive play to reset the 4-4 is huge.
So actually clears out. It's a lot of information. Shy will back away. Doesn't even want to challenge this dash, but DRX want to follow through on this. Shy good for the first, though.
Needs some support. It's so risky now. He's lost so much of the angle. Now, support en route. This is going to be almost certainly a post plant now. Stack's going to get that plant down. 2 towards CT, 1 towards Market. Buzz up towards Cat. Looking like first contact and gets proactive himself.
Wow.
Takes the fight, but the trade comes in. Again, this is still a 2v2. Utility left for King. Going to make things a little bit trickier for the people back by Bohouse, forcing Stax into a very unfavorable situation. And now the 1v2. Zest, quick with 1. Does he find King? Waits for it, and King gets his crown. Leviathan carry on forward. Glimpses of what DRX can do, but I've got to say, the composure from Leviathan. Mike, I like it.
Absolutely. Comes down to putting King in a 1v1, and Zest has been good for it in the past. Closing this one out. A little bit of a pace change here. I'd see DRX looking to kind of probe on both extremities, rewarded for it in B main, and this is the sort of thing I was talking about. DRX are always ready to hit both sides, right? They're so quick at calling these audibles on the back of that kind of contact coming out from the defender's side. So,
but it's such a curious thing. Normally, if you lose that first kill, right, traditionally, people on then the attacking side will hit the brakes in Sky as well.
Well, other than the money as well. Look at what Leviathan have got behind this here. DRX
Bad.
have to get something on the board here, and it has to be pretty clean. Oh. Verso, not typically where you see an Odin, but
the spam could have been nasty if they actually fell back further.
Again, DRX do stack up here. They're notorious for playing somebody inside tiles and Buzz usually just outside B main to control any aggression.
And what a really compressing thought of how red DRX are going to feel in this. If they're already bringing out this sort of very tailor-made look to them, almost bespoke to dealing with DRX, that's something that can be playing on the minds, but for now it's pause. It's hit the brakes. Maybe trying to punish some of the aggression we've seen from Leviathan mid to late round, but DRX is still on the attack. They eventually do have to hit the site.
Yeah, looking as if DRX has 5 now, going to try and force their way onto the big site.
Ooh.
Yeah, and again, look at just the precision of this utility use.
But in all the madness, not a kill coming in just yet. RB still looking through, and Adverso still looking to make contact. Taco tucked towards the back of the side. There's the support he needed. Buys more time, but 2 more make to the side. He's spotted more. Taco, this is so precarious, so dangerous. Players to left, players to right. Finds 1 more. The support's there. The system comes in. The entire team is just brawling with him. Marco now in a 1v2. This looked so good, so composed for DRX, and now it's fallen to pieces. But Marco has to divide them. Divide and conquer. Spots Taco towards the back by Boathouse. But King now finds a better position. Nade goes up. He has to respect it. Marco's still looking for something. 10 seconds now. Taco's just trying to get out of there. Give nothing away. Keep his attention drawn. Oh, he gets 1. But 1 is not enough. As Leviathan are holding on. These boys brawl as 1. I thought Taco was dead 10 minutes ago.
I mean, the timing of that as well, to swing through, like I said, prevent them from even getting access to site comfortably and setting up for a post plant. It's perfection from Leviathan.
So
I think I said Verso swinging through with the Odin at the right time here. How long does Taco live here, not feeling any pressure whatsoever, and he still finds a kill?
So look at the bailout.
Yeah.
So good.
Last player standing.
I mean, this is almost spiraling out of control very quickly. We're around 6 now. DRX broke once again. Sheriffs and a Marshal thrown in here. Ultimate's online, but this is usually the point where DRX have got a pretty firm grasp on the half.
Okay, so they're starting to maybe look for new options. If you're DRX, you need something, you need them quite quickly. This could be the time to potentially test those options, see where you can get towards mid potential for it. But King going exploring, and that's a sharp shot from him. Down to 50, but can back away with his life, but now has to be careful they don't springboard in over towards Tree. DRX are stacking up towards this. Looks like an A crunch. Nice little pop flash. Doesn't quite catch him. Oh, it's a shutdown. King's good for it. Flexing a little now. Cleaning up on the anti-eco. And it's lovely work from Leviathan. 6-0. This. Okay, let's roll it back to the start. My favorite phrase. Love to do it. We were all worried.
Well,
it's DRX's home.
I'll roll it back to the start.
Hit me.
It was the most alpha move in the veto. This is now looking like one of the most alpha approaches versus DRX here on Ascent. I mean, there's very little going wrong for Leviathan right now.
Everything's going right. They look so well prepared, individually, fiery, proactive. They're a scary team. Like, I'm actually a little in love right now. This is... Ooh. And let's not forget, we're into the buy and Taco's going walkabouts. This is
just so aggressive.
I love it.
They pay no
love
respect
it.
to the utility usage. Like early on in this default, they respect none of it.
Zero fear of the name. You're facing DRX and Leviathan don't care. They are coming into this like champs.
Look how active Taco is as well. He's straight back over towards B main, anticipating the second leg of this.
Something that we've characterized DRX with. You feel pressure somewhere, they'll explore somewhere else. This man has to be hyper mobile in the way he's approaching the game, show presence everywhere. And the counter swing to that is Adverso then having to fill the void a little bit more dedicated towards Tree. Tucked in, waiting, and DRX just working out their options here. Again, the lean side to come through. King even decided to sit towards that top of mid. There's the flash. Also a little bit of utility, but again, 50 seconds. They have to make their move, and the suppress coming out as well.
DRX might try and find some space on Tree behind this. Be careful though, because Shy's actually exploring mid. The push through to heaven, actually shut down. Adverso finds the first two.
He might have gone the third, but it's actually Buzz to fight back. But Melzer is still on the site. Yet to be checked. The smokes have kept him somewhat safe. The grand reveal should be any second now. He's biding his time. They're walking into a trap. He spotted RB, but now the problem's he's been noted. Good work in the end by Marco to just clear that out in a 2v2, but Taco on the way as well. Timing is everything for this man. And he's so quick to it. He's just spotted the heels, drawn in closer, biding the time. It's a shot in the back of the head. The lockdown comes in. They've got to know where Buzz is, but one by one they peaked, and almost one by one they fell. But they hold their nerve, they hold the round, and they stay flawless in this.
I mean, even there, it was never going to be a pretty round win for DRX if they were able to get that across the line. I mean, you look at this, and each round, Leviathan, they're switching up positions. There's a different agent in a different position. Every single round starts. The DRX learn nothing, and they're 7 behind now. Wow.
Mike! Oh, look, I think most of us on paper looked at this and went, right, DRX have all the tools they need to pull this off. And then one man, Taco, didn't really like that concept. This guy's putting on a show for us. We might have a showman amongst us here, and you roll your memory a couple of events ago. Everyone was hailing Stacks.
Right
Bear in mind, RB is currently James Bonding. Stacks 1 kill, and normally I don't talk about kills like this, it doesn't really matter, but it's 7-0. It matters right now, and once again, Taco in the right place. Operator locked to hand. And just steps away from potentially more devastation. Found this time. Stacks gonna find it. Site now open, but there's still one here. Melzer's amongst them. He slipped the net. He's right in between them all, spots him out. Advance's got one! Living and thriving in the chaos. Leviathan are not going down without a fight. RB needs to come alive here. Pushes a little further forward. Isolates King, and now we're into this 2v3. Plant coming in now.
Spike planted.
Got to set up comfortably here. At least the drone going to spot out one. If Versko find this kill, the spam comes through. RB responds, but no progress made yet.
No, they need to temper the pace now. Bring this back to that realm of reality. Shy though. Oh, takes it away. And this is unreal. Marco needs to get clutch in this to try and get one on the board. The tap on the spike. Versa trying to draw the attention, trying to draw Marco out. Gets it to halfway. Taps it again. Sits on it. Finds it. Marco. Ice cold there.
Nerves of steel.
Ice cold. And they needed that. And it still was a 1v1.
But again, it's not the sort of round that really benefits them. They can't really build any momentum behind that. The ultimate cycle way off pace here as well for DRX. Finally, Marco able to get... Shy, again, just no respect to this Nello Swarm whatsoever. It's just like, yeah, I'm still swinging you. And gets 2. I mean, the pacing is completely off here for DRX. Some of the fundamentals that usually look so strong for them. See what they can build off this first round.
Right, do it again. You can hear it. Operator out. Taco has to back away. You can see now DRX are trying to take that space.
Still stood in the reveal, by the way.
Of course.
Fully committed to a shot with a tour
Oh yeah,
de
he's
force.
waiting. And he's back here again. Didn't take him long to make his second appearance towards the top side of middle. And it looks like DRX are trying to handle anyone who's going to peek out. But again, I don't think Taco's been over-aggressive. He's been that perfect balance of it. So I wonder if he keeps his composure. Speaking of over-aggression, that was a glimpse of it. That's the heat up right there. Taco now needs to be careful, though. They've lost that top mid control.
Gonna go down, but DRX is, I mean, it's taken them an eternity to get through here, at least pressure towards market. And again, with this setup and the trap being elsewhere, Don't expect Leviathan to really adapt off the back of that. King will be in a position to shut the short push down. Get a lot of information on the back of that. I should have heard the dash through as well, so 3 accounted for now.
Any damage would be impressive, and actually King's still going to get buzzed, but look towards the site. King's now overwhelmed. RB is doing damage. Site's theirs. DRX should be able to get that plant down. Maybe not at all.
Spike planted.
Spike is down, thankfully for them, but it is a 2v2. Far more feasible than it was. Zest on the side, one towards Hell. They've got to find them both. And timing's everything. Shy's got to play this right as well. Zest just gets spotted. Doesn't sit safe enough, and now stacks in the 1v2. Outdone, outgunned. And back to the commanding scoreline. Leviathan are the real deal.
They can do no wrong right now.
Nope.
I mean, another situation where Shy's just getting away with 2 kills, spots a pixel out of place. I mean, it's an unorthodox crossfire to hold here between Hell and Jen, but just leaving himself a little bit exposed. I mean, I'm blown away right now. Look at these 2 kills. And again, also isolated the second, wide in the open. It's not even like he resets after the first. Yeah, they are riding the wave right now. And they got DRX sweating. This is where potentially
Teleport's ready.
you might see DRX start to sweat a little. And that's not often.
I'm terrified to see Taco and people like this on Breeze coming up. The map pool looks so different now we've seen this. Stunning work.
Get out of my way.
Shy has to handle what's coming towards him. Tries to slow down the roll, and RB does get slowed. Gets held back at the doorway. Adverso there as well. Going to pour in utility to try and help them out. Bail out the boys on the site. Is RB still going to be forward? Sloppy from RB. Just walks right on in. Adverso happy with it. Taco's there. Vulnerable. Easy light work for Shy. Leviathan are reigning supreme. Gorgeous play from the side. This is their debut, Mike. International debut. And they're pulling a 9-1 against DRX.
I mean, they're making a real statement. A couple of members of DRX, as we've already said, unable to really have too much impact just yet, but it's not even down to their mistakes.
No.
Leviathan are prepared for most of these hits when DRX do stack up, and like I said, those early indicators in terms of that proactivity we saw in the first 3 rounds, it's kind of made DRX reconsider their whole entire approach to the default. DRX have control of nothing, and even in the rounds where Taco's here swinging mid, he's swinging again.
He's doing it again. All off the setup as well. Taco! Unthinkable. King dealing with the utility in middle. They start to aggress, maybe try and build that presence towards middle, and the swing from short. And it was just such a fine margin. This is ridiculous stuff. Absolutely unchained. Feverish behavior. That was just a little jump spot here. Doesn't quite know Marco. May have spotted him earlier on. He seems super dedicated towards us, but again, the short pressure not really finding much. Seems segmented. It seems alone, isolated, and King comfortable for 1. Buzz still alive though, but the trade not there. That's not bad, but there's so many numbers. Leviathan, they're in the right place at the right time, constantly.
Buzz down at 70 HP. The 1v3 presented here. Does still have the spike, but he's got to find one of these kills. Create a little space for himself. Taco posted up. A miss on the first, but he's been good with a headhunter, and he will find it. 10-1 the scoreline. Going to the final round, I'm not even sure how it's going to sit for DRX.
In
terms of the ultimates, in terms of the weaponry, it's not going to be pretty at all. There's going to be rifles with no shields. What is this? Deals with the turret? Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it must
okay.
be nice. Right.
Can't do any wrong.
Yeah, horrendous slip up by DRX.
How could they do that?
What are you doing there?
Sloppy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of the...
You can't give those away. You really can't. I mean, what are you supposed to do against somebody playing like this?
They are having the absolute tear. Like, this is their game. But hands down. 10-1. See if they can keep this filthy scoreline going their way. Spam again. Not going to get quite the same sort of luck. It's forcing the hand of DRX, which is such a rarity. The post the ult doesn't quite get much for it.
Miracle, he doesn't actually look like
There's
a
enough
couple
of
of
them
those are
there.
gonna be on.
But look at the pace change. Taco's here, eats the flash though, forced off the angle. He can't get away too quickly this time. Has to stand, has to deliver. And it doesn't work this time. Goes to the wayside, but it's never just one. There's always another. They fight side by side. There is not an individual fight in this house. Marco just about staying alive. Just. Another spike goes down. A 2v3 post plant. The flank's on the way and nowhere is safe.
So early. Shy is here so early.
Where can they sit for this? Where are these safe positions for the post-plant? There's just none. Zest has to fight this. He has to push this. He's done what is necessary for one, but you still have to pull off it against two. A tap on the spike in the first fight drawn. Beautiful shot to the follow-up ain't gonna happen. King, this is a statement. This is a new contender for this crown, man. This team has just destroyed DRX in the first half, Mike. I don't know what on earth we've just seen.
I mean, some of the cleanest, scrappiest Valorant we've seen.
It's beautiful.
Like, they're willing to just dip their toes at the start of every single round and not allow DRX to set up. But like I said, there's not even early on trying to look for first class. DRX can't get past the opening gate.
No, it's composure and chaos. And it's such a rare treat to see this done against arguably one of the best teams at handling. Ooh, they need
a lot more than that.
They certainly do. And away we go. Let's have a look and see what DRX have in store. Good start, but not without a trade. Two players left now, Taco and Adverso. And the pressure from DRX taking a lot of space on this map.
Actually retaking all this space towards mid, so it's going to be a straight up 2v4 here for Taco and Adverso. We're going to be able to get on here. I mean, Marco actually tagged up here. He's going to be the first to swing.
They need a pick. That's not going to help. Oh, the spike gets collected. Taco, are you going to blow my mind? Here we go. A 1v4. Show me some magic. Tap on the spike. Doesn't get what he wanted. Didn't get there in time. Gets suppressed, but back down to the classic. Still going to take one.
Yeah, to be fair, Stax just needs to invest every knife to remove the headhunter from
Correct.
Taco.
And then maybe you're fine.
Yeah.
That's part of the mountain you have to climb to get back into this game. But DRX have done as prescribed. And they get the first in the second half.
Getting caught off a little bit by this push through B main. And lots of investment behind it. Well, they're on the board in the second half. Yeah, Leviathan not even actually throwing a light shield in for the headhunter on Taco. Classics across the board. It's been like they got this one in the bag. Just want to wait out this first full purchase. Initially, no presence towards mid. At least visibly. RB's going to creep through the smoke here and actually just misses it on the recall.
Ooh.
Spike down mid.
Might be nice. Get a little confidence going. Even if it doesn't really change the outcome of this game overall. And look, I'll be the first to be happy for a comeback for DRX, but it's such a long road back here. Just maybe get some confidence boosters. Feel warmed up in the game. Get a little bit of a lay of the land. Leviathan, they can just kind of work their way through the rest of this game. They can cost anything for DRX, chipping away at that very slim chance they have already. But for now, Taco's the one that has the most likelihood to do the damage here.
On the back of this, though, the presence shown towards B. RB's given up this space on. Sure, just find it ahead of time, though. Leviathan just trying to thread the needle, find a little space on the map. The DRX shouldn't feel too much pressure with this.
No.
With just classics on the way around. The headhunter can get anything done. King.
One enemy
Get the better of one with the Bulldog.
10 seconds left.
Anymore. Okay, so 4 standing. Not too bad. You could again, for Leviathan, they can play the waiting game anyway, but it would have been a nice little icing on the cake to make it easier if they did do a little bit more damage. But coming in with classics, they already kind of had their intent.
Yeah, actually, the byproduct of that is not obviously getting the spike down. Come through here at least with rifles across the board. Shouldn't be any gaps in utility. There should be full shields across the board, and it absolutely is.
Crunch time. DRX. This is when you're sweating. This could be 12 pretty quickly. But we don't know that much about Leviathan. We don't know what their attacking sides look like, but mechanically, these boys are
First half wasn't long enough to learn anything from,
No.
to be honest.
Not really. It was
The VOD review is quick on that one.
It certainly is. Let's see what DRX have in store, though. Anything
Vision.
to keep our attention drawn.
Standing ahead.
I'm actually almost shocked it's this slow, even in the buy round here. Again, they don't want to risk too much in the early round, but with the pace they set at the start of the first half, maybe just still paying a bit of respect to DRX.
And also just getting a feel of the tempo the DRX want to play. Not a bad shout. 50 seconds, they are really running this clock down with limited amounts of interest yet in the site hits themselves, but congregating on shot
no
now.
info really either towards these positions that are going to be key. Spike is making his way up short here, and it's a 3-man stack from DRX. Should know the majority of this is coming through short though.
Taco on the lurk could be interesting though, Mike. And I don't think he got spotted, but he should be able to at least catch the cross. That should punish Buzz. And you're right, Marco is in trouble, and well, he's lost for it. But the trade-outs are excellent from DRX. RB and Stacks holding the line and holding the site. And now there's just not enough time. 10 seconds for Taco. Does not have the spike. They won the fight on the site, and that's all that matters for DRX. 2-stand rifles taken over. Leviathan, it was an exploration mission, it felt like, for a long time, but they just did not find what they wanted.
Yeah, as soon as they get that information on the knife, they know that they can stack a little deeper, play towards site, because they haven't really got to worry about main too much. The smoke goes up.
Yeah.
Maybe one person watching it. They can make use of the specters and whatnot. Like Marco, almost isolated here with where RB had to. He actually finds a kill with the Stinger. Sorry, didn't even notice that. He was the one to pick up that position I was talking about towards A main.
Not a pretty buy, but still a little bit of danger to it. But the full purchase on the other side, and RB on that operator as quickly as possible.
Right down the reveal. I mean, just look how much utility invested here. The ult command popped
the
in.
overwhelm! They are just flying up the guts right now. Shai's just found RB. Doors are open. And if you're on that side, if you're Buzz, you've got to fight your way out of this. Takes the fight on shore and wins it. Spike now gets dropped. Stacks gets there quick enough to try and provide some support, because this was looking deadly. The pace gets brought back into check. Composure found as King now forced. Such a hard fight. Good shot. The Stinger looks well rounded in this man's hand. I don't know how.
The 14 HP does get an upgrade. Stacks and Buzz both untagged as of yet. They're going to be able to reset away. They do have control of the spike as well. And King's just waiting on somebody to overstep here. Might even just be looking to try and police that operator and get a kill on the back of it. But what a hit. I mean, you can see the amount of utility that's just dumped on RB in mid. And Leviathan is so quick to try and follow up on it. I mean, that's the thing. What do we even do there? The operator is completely useless.
Yeah.
I don't think DRX are expecting it on this round either.
No, that pace was fantastic. Nice way to counter some of that work. The jump spot to try and keep Stacks safe. Thought we found a little window there to play with, almost. Not to be shut down.
Mean, that one really could have got out of control there if Leviathan did find a little more favourable engagements there. Oh, it's lucky that DRX are able to recover off the back of that. Credit to Buzz in that regard. Finds a key kill onto Adverso. Stops the spike from even making it towards site. 4 rounds unanswered here. Leviathan's approach becomes now spread a little thin in terms of the initial setup here. It doesn't look as if they're actively looking for one of these duels.
RB, though, committed to this dangerous game. Tagged up, yeah. Forced away, gets to keep his life. Adverso took a little bit of flak damage as well. He's down to 55, but RB, if one of those shots had come up... I
love that from Adverso. He's just like,
just
there's a smoke up? Maybe somebody's creeping short with an operator.
Maybe. Was not wrong. Wow. Really heads-up play there.
Surprised, actually, yeah. Adverso comes out the worst of that with 55 HP left. I think DRX now showing some of that discipline. Don't want to give anything away. Risk creating an opening for Leviathan. And it's taken them quite a while to deal with some of these setups as well. The alarm bot now dealt with pretty late on in the round, 45 seconds left. Looks like B's going to be main focus here.
Gets popped as you can see RB trying to herd them closer. Utility still in the way, and this buys time. 30 seconds. The clock becomes the enemy at this point. Leviathan need to get a wiggle on, and they are going to invest the ult towards this. RB still there. Still holding 25 seconds. The spike is in middle.
Yeah, what?
They're backpedaling towards A.
Adverso's found space.
Yeah.
He's got Marco.
They've opened it up. They just need to get the spike on the side, and they've got this one. They've even got the rotation locked in. This is a beautiful pivot coming out. DRX completely stun-locked by this. It's actually going to take down Shy with the plant. It ain't on B anymore, and we're in the post plant. It's a 4v3, and they hit him with the fake. Beautiful work being found. Space being found on that A site.
I don't even think it was meant to be.
No.
It's such a fantastic audible.
Gorgeous call. Taco, the first point of contact here. They do come through. 3 players about to swing. Taco's going to stand his ground. He gets 1, he gets 2. This guy is like bottled lightning right now. Melza by the side. It's 12 for Leviathan, and these guys are absolutely the real deal.
Only get one up, get the 12th on the board. Map point here. DRX will call a timeout, pump the brakes a little bit, but there's so much going on here as well. Like I said, I don't think initially this is just on the back of Reverso. Maybe hearing a rotation, maybe catching a glimpse of somebody somewhere. Didn't quite catch it, but the fact that Leviathan are in a position to do nothing behind that, which is why they're being forced to play deeper. That's literally it is the cause and effect. There's the mid piece here from Leviathan. Initially going to force RB a little deeper. He's suppressed still. Not even sure if he's going to be able to. I mean, just look at it. He's flashed twice. He's revealed again.
Pressure.
There's so much for him to deal with. The
Look
fragment comes through as well.
All of this poured in so early on to force RB away. Does he dare reaggress? He is. He's going to try and explore back again. The bravery pays off. Takes down Shy and looks for more Taco. What? It's a 2-for-1 discount. The man didn't need anything for free. But it is now a 4v3. Marco Stacks and Buzz just sweating bullets. You're not happy. It's all gone to pieces. And Leviathan didn't need anything. They didn't need help. They do not need help. Oh, too far for Taco this time. Buzz can at least bring things back to this 3v3. Can they stabilize this round? Marco certainly would love a bit of that.
We hear the sound cue here, and actually, yeah, plays it perfectly. Going to slip himself into wine.
Oh, Buzz. This is so precarious. You're so alone here.
30 seconds
that
left.
Pressure alone.
You can see now Stacks actually reconsidering. On the back of that alarm bot.
Do I
rotate? Do I not? But he's playing so deep here. He's given up so much space. I mean, Marco has to find this kill. He has to.
So nerve-wracking. 13 seconds in the dark. They finally see a pixel. A dedication to the side pays off. 8 seconds now. The ult's going to be coming through. And actually, it's Stacks. Lovely timing. And the dedication to sit deep, hold their nerve. But Mike, they were playing in the dark there. They had no idea what was happening around them.
Which is terrifying, because when Leviathan are in a position to stack up and push, they look incredible. It's just another way that they're really excelling above DRX. Right? For RB to re-dip here, and then Taco finds this. What is that? What?
Right.
Oh, yeah, we see it from Zest.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Wow. They recovered.
It's the sort of things is here. It's catching them off guard. They're not anticipating somebody re-swinging mid. After that initial onslaught of utility, they're right, okay, maybe they'll slow down now. They haven't got anything else to peek us with. And Taco's just found a headhunter kill.
Where?
RB's just gone swinging out mid now.
Right. This isn't the round you lose, though, is it, DRX? You're going to stabilize. You're not going to lose this round.
Is that the operator down in mid, though? If they can retake mid control, it's a huge upgrade. Yeah, I think it is. I just spotted it on the drone.
Did you see it? Okay, and Hunter's Fury now invested as well. Catch attack, I think called one. Uh-oh, that stack's gone as well. This is not the round you're meant to be losing this. Kings found Buzz. It was never meant to be this round. They've got nothing. Taco still top mid.
This is it. This is just the crack starting to show here. The pressure getting to them. Just a couple of individual mistakes here from DRX. And Leviathan probably going to capitalize on the back of it. Marco will find a consolation, but 4 more to find here, Lauren.
You are divided.
Well, show me what you got, Marco. This is the one to try and pull it off in. Well, it's not looking great already, is it? Door looks shut here in this round. Dives on in. It's the unimaginable. Leviathan on ascent. Beating DRX.
Embarrassing DRX.
You're
beating embarrassing DRX.
Spot on. They had a stranglehold on that game.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's honestly terrifying. It's a team that actually initially after the last couple of series, you look at DRX and you think, oh, Okay, are we going to get it this time around? Is Copenhagen the one where we see everybody firing on all cylinders? Because it's looked exceptionally clean so far. Leviathan have just thrown all that out the window.
Beautiful performance. Really stunning. And this is when we first started to really see that heat up from Taco. This man's going to be a household name in no time if he keeps this sort of performance up. Truly gorgeous, gorgeous work.
Just quickly glancing here on first buzz, I think it's 14-5.
Right.
And I was talking about that key win condition for DRX is mitigating that early aggression, finding a first blood on the back of it and capitalize it. It's something DRX are so good at on Ascent, and they just didn't even get a chance. They didn't even get a chance to lean on that once.
I mean, they never had the control to relinquish. A couple of glimpses here and there. Like, oh, we know that these players are quite good, obviously, for DRX. They just got blown out the water. Leviathan, man, they got some fire to them.